It's the party. It's the party. So you hear all this stuff, man, and
then all of a sudden,
all of a sudden you hear someone talking.
and you said,
That's my mom.
Somebody scream!
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is BJ GRANVILLE, and I'm super excited because, y'all, today we got something unlike anything we've ever done before. And I say that even though, like, we've done stuff like this, but, like, this is the beginning of the Summer Vibes podcast. Now, before you get started, no, it's not a podcast, okay? I'm going to be real with y'all. It's not a podcast, but it is a podcast because I'm someone that loves watching podcasts online. And so I was like, what better than to like go ahead and take that and let's make a podcast style video. Yeah. So that said, our first guest for today, y'all know him. Ooh. Y'all know him. Y'all know him and y'all love him. This is not only one of my longest friends I've had ever, the longest friend I've had ever.
I got an email.
No, you did not. Lord, my hat. I gotta cut all this out. Or leave it in. But not only is he one of my best friends, my brother even, he has been making great strides, y'all. He is called upon by the Lord. He is one of the seasoned saints. I mean, when you get up into church and you need some prayer, when you need somebody to lead praise and worship, when you need somebody to get on that mic and start declaring stuff. Let me stop before I sit up here and get happy. Y'all, let's just welcome our guest. This is Mr. SHAKOBE Jackson. Here you go. Kobe.
Hi.
Hold your mic to you.
Oh, it's got to be closer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like, okay, no, you know what? Actually, we're going to do this on the air because it's actually kind of funny. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Stay right there. I lost it. Where it went.
What is that?
Okay, y'all, we back. So I wanted to order a mic, a mic handle for these.
Okay.
Which is why we're holding them like this. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, this would be so funny to like actually have a mic handle.
Right.
So I'm ordering it. Mind you, I'm not reading the description, and I'm just assuming that it makes sense. Mm-hmm. That it would come with multiple. So it came with one.
Did the picture have two?
No. The picture did
you
not.
You was buying two by faith. That's the problem.
And you know, it's funny too, because I'm like, I opened that box and I said, it's just one?
You was disappointed.
Like, it's just one in here? And it has the nerve to have 3 different color foam pieces.
But just one stand.
Yes. So, and they already kind of don't fit.
Yeah, I see that.
What a red one. That one mine. So when we get yours and we redo this at the end of the season, you'll have the blue one.
It'll be blue.
And we'll be able to. So I was sitting on my couch the other day.
It's stupid.
It fell off. It fell off
in the thing.
Yes. Because it's not really made for these.
Right.
It's made for the road mic.
Road.
Exactly. When I'm on. Okay, we're going to stop there. Now I'm buying 2 by faith.
That's exactly what you did.
You said they're going to accidentally send 2.
That's what it was.
Good job. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe.
Hello.
We're on the Summer Vibes podcast.
Wow. That's new.
I feel like this season 2, because season 2 is summer vibes. Like that's like
Okay.
the whole gag.
Of the
like
it's the next iteration.
right, because
Right.
season 1 was very much like I'm back,
Mm-hmm.
and now season 2 is like now that we're back, we're doing something a little more. So we themed the season summer vibes. So because most of it's gonna have been filmed in the summer, even though, and it probably will be dropped throughout the summer. It'll be like, what is it, June through September, maybe
Summer.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Coincides with the hurricanes.
Right. So yeah, and then once that happened, we'll just close it out in September.
Yeah. That's
So
fun.
I want to talk about you.
What? Hey.
I want to talk about you. So, summer vibes is like the theme, but I want to ask you a few questions regarding summer. Okay.
Okay.
So, what would you say is like your favorite thing to do during the summer?
Ooh, my favorite thing to do during the summer. Honestly, anything. Summer is a time where most people are home from school. A lot of people aren't, well, if they're working, they're not working as much. So just going and doing anything with friends, going outside, going like, I don't know. During the summer, I definitely like to do more activities. Whereas like in other summers, maybe I just want to go inside and do something. But I like to go out during the summer with friends.
Go out. You be outside.
No.
Right. Not like
Not
that.
that type of outside.
Right. But we be,
I just want to feel the sun beam
right.
just a little bit.
Like outside, walking to my car after church. Hello.
Well, that too.
Hello.
That too. Hi.
What else? Oh, I also wanted to ask you. Do you have a favorite memory of the summer?
So my favorite memories of the summer growing up would be, because there were some cousins that we had, and they were the only cousins that lived close to us. So we would hang out a lot during the summer. We'd go to the water parks. I think we went to the theme parks once. So yeah, definitely it was like hanging out with my cousins, going out, going to the water parks, that type of stuff.
Okay, water parks. So you went to theme parks too. So do you like a roller coaster?
No. But I like it's the atmosphere.
Oh.
It's the atmosphere of being there.
So what you doing at a theme park?
You go on rides.
Uh-huh.
But there's a difference between a ride and a roller coaster.
Uh-huh. Yo, he ready to preach already.
See, I can go on It's a Small World.
Uh-huh.
But all that other
the Rip Ride at the Universal and the
no. And no Rock and Roller Coaster at Hollywood Studios. I got fooled once.
By who?
My brother. That's the one. That's the first and last time I'm going to that. I will never go on it again.
Blessed Jesus.
But I like being at the parks.
Okay. Okay. That's good. So what's your favorite season then? My
favorite season is winter.
Why?
Because winter is Christmas. I really like Christmas. Christmas is just the best time ever.
Is it giving like magical, like Santa Claus?
The atmosphere. Okay. I like the Jesus being born. I like the music. I like the children being excited. I like going to the mall and it's all decorated for Christmas. I love the Christmas atmosphere.
Okay.
It's very wholesome.
But see, that makes sense because I feel like when you're talking about like theme parks, you like Disney too.
Yes.
Like you're a Disney person.
That's my favorite theme park. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. So it's like the magic, it's like the beauty, it's I will say it does give more like when you mention like atmosphere, it's like, I feel like when we think about Disney, everything is Disney. So when we think about winter, during the winter, everything is winter.
Exactly.
Like ain't no other reason why they putting up candy canes on the light posts.
It's because it's winter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all, my favorite season is summer, obviously. So yeah.
Look at you in your favorite season.
Look,
just flowing and operating.
and really just walking that thing out. In the summer vibes. In the summer.
It's in the summer, y'all.
It's in the summer.
Guys. It is in the summer.
It's in the summer, guys.
That is dumb.
Okay. So we grew up in the church.
Yeah.
And you ain't never left.
In the same church.
I mean, we ain't never left. Neither of us. I've never left as well.
Neither of us have ever left. No, we've stayed.
Right.
Steadfast.
In the church.
Yeah.
So we grew up at a small little bitty church on the corner. We've talked about this before, but it's good that we're in season 2 because I don't think season 1 we did like a little like chit chat interview type deal. So we grew up in a little white church on the corner in Central Florida.
Yeah, that's where it was.
And we met at the age of 7. And we was like, we don't even know, because the real best friends don't know when they became best friends.
No.
It just kind of happened.
It was at some point. Yeah.
So despite like because I ended up moving to a different church. Despite after I left, it was like, and we're still friends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nothing really.
We got
changed
each other's
after y'all
phone,
left.
like house phone number.
House
So
phone.
let me explain this to
House
the kids on there, because y'all don't know what it is. To have to know your friend's house phone number.
You had to remember it.
Yes. And type it in every time if you get ready to call. Because back then you didn't really put contacts in the house phone.
In the house phone. That's weird.
Yeah.
You
So we
just know
just typed in
people's
our
phone
little
number.
yep and got on the phone.
And then if their parents answer, is Billy there?
Right. You gotta talk to people's parents. You can't just call whoever you want because you got their number. I gotta sit on the phone and be like, hey, so can I talk to Kobe?
Yeah, it was a process.
Well, look, then you don't know who in the house is gonna answer the phone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you been up to lately?
Lately I've been doing a lot of working. Been doing a lot of school, which has been very enjoyable recently.
Oh, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about school. So we went to so after we never went to the same school before we got to middle school, y'all. So, but we met in elementary school. So it was like we kind of just waited for God to align align whatever it was, and then we ended up at the same school for 7 years.
Yeah.
That said, after we left said school, what was you planning to do while you was there? While you was in high school, what were you planning to do? Yeah.
I was planning on becoming a nurse.
Okay.
I wanted to be like either a labor and delivery nurse or something like that, something very like specialized. And I thought I was going to do that, and I thought I was going to make a ton of money doing it. And
we all did.
Yeah, we all did.
We all thought you was going to be a nurse. Then what happened?
And then the Lord quickly changed my plans. And really, He was trying to change my plans before, but I didn't let Him. I was a little disobedient.
Okay.
Because my mind was dead set on what I was going to do.
Right.
But He shifted that thing. As our favorite minister would say.
Right.
And so He shifted that thing. And I was warned too. The Lord sent me warning. Reputable sources. Warning? Your path, sir.
No.
Yeah, I got a phone call.
No.
Sir, your path is just, it's going to be different. And honestly, I think that the Lord is going to even begin to shift some parts of your path, sir. And I was not having it. I wasn't happy. What I wanted to hear is you're on the right path.
Right.
And the Lord is just telling me to tell you you're on the right path. But that's not the word that came forth.
Right.
So, I heard it. And then He shifted the path.
There you go.
Yeah.
LOL. So what did you decide to do after that? Like, were you...
So then after that, I decided to study human resources. And then after that, I decided that human resource was too specialized. So I wanted to study something more broad. So I decided to study business administration. And then after that, the Lord was like, no, you know what I want you to study, but you're choosing not to anyway. So the Lord shifted the plan. So now we're planning on going to school to eventually become a counselor, hopefully, prayerfully, a faith-based counselor particularly.
And that's so funny, y'all, because when I tell you this was the therapist on campus at school, everybody had a problem.
Not therapist on campus.
Everybody had a problem. And they'd be like, Shakobee, what should I do? Like everybody, like when I say we had like a little friend group, right? And there's probably about 6 of us, 6, 7.
Middle school?
Yeah, because it fluctuated.
Yeah.
And it changed a lot. But like I'm like everybody in the immediate group. I think that we would call the immediate group. I feel like when I think about it, it's really only like 4 of us. But like anyway, when we really think about everything that was going on in school, it was like, Shakobee, what should I do? Because I don't know about blah blah blah.
And
blah,
I didn't
blah.
know what I was talking about.
Everybody dating each other.
Each other. How y'all switching? You break up with this one, and now y'all date,
and they best friends.
Oh yeah. Stuff like that was
Anyway, yeah. So look, lesson 1 of the day: God might change your plans.
Yeah, but if you listen to Him the first time,
see,
you can save a lot of time, a lot of money,
right,
and a lot of time
going to school for something else. And it's also crazy because when you're in that like time of like figuring out what you want to do, it's like you're spending money applying to places, and then like you're taking all this time writing up essays and whatnot. And I feel like that's why it's so difficult being like a high schooler getting ready to go into college or go into the workforce or go into trade school, whatever you want to do, military, because you have to actively invest in what it is you want to do for the rest of your life. At the very beginning of your life,
teenager,
right? You're still a teenager.
Yeah,
but look, we can say that from our 20s.
Yeah.
As two people in their 20s, we can say,
yeah,
that when you're a teenager, how are you supposed to decide what you want to do that early?
Yeah. If the Lord didn't show me, I still wouldn't know what I want to be doing
right
now.
Wow. I was just taken aback.
It was the way your whole demeanor just changed. Like, how are we supposed to? Wow. That's dumb.
Because it was wow. That's what it was. Just wow. It was just wow.
Is that what it was? Got it. Thanks for getting me up to speed.
But I say that especially because y'all, I decided to go into school for theater. And look, I'm just gonna share a little bit. I'm just gonna tell you.
Just share.
So I did a little bit of college and high school. Right. So I was able to graduate with my associates and my like diploma. And so I sit here, and mind you, we just finished. What's your status? I was about to say my second year in college.
I mean, it's gonna be a little delay, but I've been in there for 2 years.
But yeah, I've just finished our second years in college, and I'm seeing the people that also got an associate's graduate with their bachelors, and I'm sitting here like, but I went into a program that needs me to be there for 4 years.
Exactly.
So it's like, I didn't even think stuff like that. It's just like, when you think about the time that you're going to be spending working on whatever you're going to be working on, and how you have to like stick with it or restart. Because especially when you're at the beginning of your journey, there's no, we'll just grab some of this and move it over there, and now I can start halfway in. No.
Yeah.
It's like you're going all the way back.
Something very different.
Yeah. So, and then going into entertainment, y'all. A check ain't promised to everybody in that field. So I think so much of like hearing people, because when I was leading praise and worship back in the day, there was people coming up to me talking about, I'm going to school for theater. So you think you're going to school for theater? But God might just shit. Like, even like I want to say a month ago, someone was like, yeah, you think you're going back to school in the fall?
No way.
And I'd be like,
God.
And I'd be like, I'd be sitting here like, but I just like kind of stay the course. And if something pulls me off the course, like, what I mean? Like, of course I'm like attentive to what's going on. But I'm sitting here like, okay.
Right.
Because I've heard that before I even left. Finished a full year, wanted to quit, didn't quit. Because I was like, I think that's not a real reason that God would make like tell me to leave. It wouldn't be, this is hard, so you're gonna want to do something. So you should give up,
right?
Yeah. Right. So and then I go into my second year, and then I finished my second year. I started working with the vocal coach, and he goes, "Yeah, when you go back to school, if you go back to school,
really,
child."
And see, this is also the importance of hearing the voice of God for yourself,
right?
Because other people can tell you things,
right? Yeah,
and they may be true. But sometimes you don't know what to do with it, especially if you don't know them very well, until the Lord speaks to you about it himself.
Right.
That's why you have to take it to the secret place. When folks give you a word, you don't have to just take it to the secret. Now, if it comes from your pastor and you trust them, don't brush it off, because the Lord probably speaks to you through them. But everything that you receive, you take it to the secret place. And the Lord gives you instructions on what to do with that. Because the instruction might be, okay, just shelter in place for a minute, and then I'll show you when it's time to move. Shelter in place, yeah.
We'll see when it's time to move. Pick up your armor, baby. Put your helmet on.
Get the U-Haul.
Right. Because it'd be time to go.
Yeah.
It's funny to me when people get like words like from God, it's like, go. And it's like,
okay.
Or like the where. You know what I mean? Or stuff like
Mhm.
that. Like I
Mhm.
remember one day it was like after lunch one day, and I was like, see, sometimes God don't tell you where to go, he just tell you to go.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Then he
does go mean
GPS you.
leave? Does go mean
Mhm.
like search? You know what I mean? Like things
Mhm.
like that.
Mhm.
But see, through all things, in all things,
Through prayer and supplication.
bingo.
Mhm.
Come on. Make requests.
Known to God.
Uh-huh.
And the God of all. No.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. I have to quote it from the very beginning.
Mhm.
Be anxious for nothing.
Yes.
But in everything.
Because that's
by
what it's
prayer-
the anxiety.
That's what
It's
it
the
is.
anxiety piece. Yeah.
You
Continue.
like them preachers that be like, read.
Read.
Let me start from the top. What is it?
Be anxious for nothing.
But in everything by prayer and supplication, make your requests known to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus.
When you look unsure. I think it was right.
Hold up. Yep.
But yeah, don't be anxious, y'all. And I know that's easier said than done. Because that show be sitting here like,
anxious.
right. But see, then it's like what things are human and what things are sin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, is it sin to be anxious, or is it sin to allow anxiety to make you disobedient?
Mm-hmm. Right, because God created us with all of the
Right.
emotions that we have. And like, I was talking recently to somebody, and they're talking about the spirit of fear and the difference between being afraid and having a spirit of fear. Because being afraid can sometimes be good.
Yeah.
Like being afraid tells you like, don't walk in the middle of the road while a car's coming because you'll die. Right. Because the point is you don't die.
Don't jump off a bridge.
Right.
Yeah.
But then the spirit of fear is like, don't go outside of your house because you might die. Like, so I think that the spirit of fear, even spirit of anxiety, is more it attempts more to control you than it does to help you. I think that all emotions in some way are good because they're indicators. Sometimes they're survival instincts or indicators of things that are happening deeper in our lives. But those things shouldn't have the ability to control or manipulate the way that you behave or move throughout life.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. You know the SpongeBob movie? When they get ready to fly back after they free from Shell City and they get ready to fly back to the ocean. And SpongeBob's like, he's like, point back away from wind.
Yes.
Point back away from this. Take
whatever he was saying.
Plant feet firmly on ground. Plant feet firmly on the ground. Point back away from home. Take string away from back. Float back to home.
Yes.
All right, Patrick, let's try it for real. Look, Patrick done.
Oh, Patrick. Oh, Patty.
Well, that seems simple enough. Point back away from home, feet firmly on ground, pull string releasing the winds. All right, let's do it for real.
And he's just reading it.
Patty Joe was just
point back away from him.
Just
and here go Patrick doing it all.
Wait.
And see, that's what it is. Sometimes when y'all hear, and this is different for every scenario, so it's never just definite. But sometimes people hear instructions and begin to operate without listening to the instructions through to the end. And it's like those videos when you hear someone say, when it's like take this out of the freezer, and then they take it out and they unwrap it, and it's like, do not unwrap it. And then they start wrapping it back, and then it's like, if you did unwrap it, don't try to wrap it back up.
Exactly.
It's like, if y'all ain't, I think it's really a big thing about like discernment and like your spiritual ear, or even just like how you begin to like, what do they say? Protect your ear gates, protect your eye gates, all these different things about like keeping your, I was thinking about this recently, but keeping, I won't say your spirit clean because I don't know what the technical words for it. Because you know, cleanliness was a thing back in the day. The clean and unclean and whatnot.
Right,
and it's not that. But like in reference to like, you have to be able to see and hear clearly.
Right, you're keeping your spirit pure.
Right. So some things are not able, or like some things can't like be around, or you can't put yourself in certain circumstances or certain places where you begin to notice that like things get cloudy.
Exactly.
And it's like, I can hear the Lord's voice. So if your mom was across the room in a party,
and there's a lot of people at the party, it's loud in there,
music, yelling,
dancing. Because how was the dancing loud?
Oh no, it's the party. It's the party. So you hear all this stuff, man, and
then all of a sudden,
all of a sudden you hear someone talking.
and he said,
That's my mom. And it's like you can't see her. You can't see her,
but you know she's somewhere in there.
slobbering. Oh my lord.
Just slobber.
Okay. But see, if you know his voice that clearly, it won't be so difficult to discern if it's him or not.
Right. It comes with spending time.
Yeah, and I think that was something that was really difficult to me. And it's still difficult sometimes in my walk with God because I'm always like, I feel like I'm someone who thinks a lot about different things. And I'll be sitting here like, I'm like, I'll be sitting here like, and it's like I could go this way to work or I could go that way to work. And my brain goes, go to the right. And then my other brain goes, go to the left.
That's your other brain.
And then I'm like, God, is that you? I'm like, Holy Spirit, which way should I go? And then I'm like,
is this my left brain or my right brain? Or is it the Lord?
and then something crazy pops off and it's like, there's an accident one of these ways. Which way is going to keep me away? And I'm thinking like,
panicking.
Right. And I'm like, God, I'm going to go to the right.
Yeah.
God, cover me.
Yeah.
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 But you know what's funny? I've been doing this recently, and maybe it's because, like, y'all, if y'all don't know, I'm an Army brat, so it's funny to me. Or not funny, but interesting to me, I guess is maybe the word. But like, when I go into certain places or go into certain like environments, I'm like, God, cover me. I'm going in.
Yeah.
And it's giving like, because especially because he like he's not just a part of our life, he like owns the whole thing. So it's like I'm about to go somewhere. It's like, God, cover me.
Yeah.
I'm going in.
Yeah.
You know?
Get my back.
Because if we're like disciples, if we're disciples and we're trying to advance his kingdom and like all these things are going on, and he's over us, watching over us. You know what I mean? Like he's every. So the covering, y'all, the movie recording stopped because
where we left off.
Okay. We were talking about essentially like how when you about to go somewhere, you
get my back,
cover me. Yeah. And so
my friend.
I think like it definitely goes in with like, or it definitely goes along with wanting that extra discernment, wanting that extra bit of like clarity when you're trying to see or trying to understand or trying to see what's going on in a certain situation. Yeah.
No, yeah. And I think I was saying, because you made the analogy of like chess pieces and like God kind of being over and orchestrating everything. When it comes to us being covered by God, oftentimes, well, not oftentimes, but all the time, it requires us to be yielded to God. Because sometimes when our lives are not turned over to God, God gives us free will. So we can make whatever decision we want to do, when we want to do it, how we want to do it. And so we can choose to do things that the Lord did not originally intend for us to do, A, because either we're not in relationship with God at all, or B, because we are in relationship with God, but we're choosing to do something in spite of him telling us no or giving us different direction.
Wow.
When we do that, we step from outside of God's covering. God will never force us to stay anywhere. The Bible says, I think in Psalm 91, that he who dwells in the secret place of the Most High God shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And so if you're not choosing to dwell in the secret place with God, meaning getting instructions from him, staying close to him, even if you're not praying for hours every day or reading the Bible for hours a day, but you're still creating intentional space to invite God into your space and to make sure that you're in alignment with him, then of course you're going to be under the shadow of the Almighty. But if you choose to step away from that, you lose the covering of his shadow.
Wow.
And sometimes we can become upset with God because of the way that things go, even though we're the ones who chose to step out of position. So that covering requires us to consider God in everything that we do.
All right. That's why we call him Bishop.
Okay, Apostle. Or Elder Granville.
Ooh,
Elder
I don't know about Elder.
Yep.
Look, I might be in my 20s, but I ain't no Elder.
Elder Granville.
You're going to hold that right there.
I like it.
Elder Granville. You can call me that when I get my doctorate.
But then you're going to be Dr. Granville.
See? All fixed. Anyway, yes, the covering. Hallelujah.
I thought you was hearing something from heaven at first.
See, when you were speaking, it was just filling my spirit.
Fill me up.
And that's what it is. Tell you what. Oh, I want to tell you about this recently. So
Mhm.
I was talking to somebody yesterday. Actually, I was talking to Heaven. Y'all know Heaven. Those are my besties. And we were talking about a circumstance where people get, like, an understudy gets to go up on stage. And
I didn't understand.
an understudy gets to go up on
Oh,
stage.
okay.
And it was interesting to me because there are worlds where, and I heard this on TikTok recently, it was like, when someone is so full and their cup is so full,
Mhm.
as they begin to move further up,
Mhm.
some people catch the overflow.
Mhm.
And it's like, it's not quite that you yourself, or as in like the people that are catching it,
Yeah.
you yourself are doing great things or
Mhm.
doing yada, 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 but you may catch the overflow from someone you're attached to.
Mhm.
That said, I was like, imagine being, and not even that this is a negative thing, but it's like when people are able to go on stage and it's like, oh, I get to make my debut as yada, yada, yada,
Yeah.
because they're doing something else
Mhm.
bigger.
Right.
It's like, it may not be because you did yada, 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 but
Mhm.
because they're flowing and they're in, look, in their prayer closet working with God on yada, yada, yada,
Mhm.
that you catch their overflow and get the opportunity to do something else.
Mhm.
And I feel like stuff like that is so interesting because, especially in like the entertainment industry, because everything is about an opportunity.
Mhm.
Everybody wants an opportunity and yada, yada, yada.
Mhm.
But if you're getting the opportunity based on someone else's overflow, then it's like, how can you yourself consider yourself proved
Mhm.
or like capable, etc.,
Mhm.
of said opportunity?
Mhm. Mhm.
Thoughts?
So I heard recently, actually, it's twofold. So I recently heard not recently, I actually heard it maybe a couple of years ago, but I listened to it periodically. An exhortation that talks about someone's portion versus their overflow. And so if a cup is like not all the way full or whatever the case is, or it's maybe just full to the brim, the preacher who did the exhortation referred to that as your portion. But then once you start overflowing, right, that's your overflow. And he talks about oftentimes people, Christians, leaders can have a tendency to try to pour into other people from their own portion to the point that they become dry and empty themselves. But he pointed back to the importance of being so full yourself, full of whatever God's placed inside of you, full of like relationship with God and like full of like God's water in a sense, that when you pour into other people, it's not because you're giving completely of yourself so that you're empty, but you're giving of the overflow of what God has given to you. And so I think in the same way, I think it can tie into what you're saying about the space in that sense. But I think also it also goes to show that I think that at some point everyone who is around good people, who is around good leaders, who has good people to look up to, everyone at some point catches something from that leader's overflow in a sense. And so I think that there will always be something inside of us that we could not necessarily earn or deserve because God poured into whoever it is that poured into us. And from their overflow, God also poured into us. Plus God pouring into us directly from our direct relationship with him. But obviously we know that God uses our spiritual leaders and all of that at the same time.
Right, yeah.
And so I think that there's also an importance to remember that we never really earn the overflow ourselves, and we never really earn that which we catch from other people. But God will strategically put us in places where we just happen to catch it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that goes back to yielding to him
This
so that
is
we
true.
can be in position to receive what he wants to pour into us.
Y'all better yield. Y'all see them yield signs. You know, it's funny. I don't know the difference between the yellow ones and the red ones.
Oh,
I just think the red ones are a little more
firm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I actually need to stop. So I'm going to just roll a little bit.
right. But when I yield, I feel like the yellow ones are typically around somewhere near a roundabout.
Right, something like that. So I don't really need to stop. There's never a need to stop, really.
Right.
Unless a car is coming. That'd be
Yeah,
good
y'all
to
better,
stop.
y'all better stop.
Please stop.
Don't just keep rolling. And sometimes that's the word.
Mhm.
God may be telling you to yield
Mhm.
and stop.
Mhm.
And it may be like, I'm stopping because I'm stopping and I want to keep going. Like I have so much going on right now, and I just need to keep moving because if I stop moving, then and it's like, hold on.
Next thing you know, it's a car waiting to hit you.
Right. And you want to keep going so bad that you don't want to let them just pass by.
Yeah.
Like,
Because you're scared that somebody else gonna go in front of you.
right. Let's see.
You ain't in no
what's for you is for you regardless.
Exactly.
So baby, you ain't gonna miss the
What
next
are you
light because of
rushing
one.
for?
Yeah,
You're not late.
yeah.
If you're yielded to God, you're on time.
And
He
say that one more
accounted for the
time.
car that was going ahead of you. If you're yielded to God, you're on time.
Okay. And see, my God is a
That's it.
redeemer of time.
So even when you haven't been on time,
Right.
he's the type of God that can bring the time back and give you another opportunity.
Come on. And on that note, y'all, we're gonna wrap this up. I do want to acknowledge it's Juneteenth.
It is.
We're filming this on Juneteenth. Y'all, Juneteenth is my favorite holiday.
Is it?
I think I'm a big like US history type.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe one of my favorite holidays. I'll say that because I do love Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely up there
Mm-hmm.
because I love history and I love my people and I love all that we fought for to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Juneteenth is a great reminder of said work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think it's also a great reminder of the relation between like Black people and God, because our relationship with God is something unlike.
The roots run deep.
Yeah, very deep.
Mm-hmm.
Very. Y'all know about Harriet Tubman? You know what they called her? Moses.
They did. I forgot about that.
I like stuff like that. It's like
Mhm.
it's obvious that it was ingrained
Mhm.
in our background. So I did want to say that and let y'all know what's up. Shoot, this probably come out next month, but it's Juneteenth when we're filming it.
Exactly.
And I wanted to thank you so much for coming on and talking with us today.
Yeah.
Y'all see how he just be flowing? He be flowing and sharing. It's like I think
you be flowing.
I think what really just touches my heart is seeing like y'all, we've been friends going on 13 years and seeing each other like grow up and like
Mhm.
become these new people.
Mhm.
And like, you know, this is like me being really sappy, but you know, you know how people get married and they're like, you have to continue to choose each other year after year, yada, yada, yada. We fallen out. You know what I mean? And it's never been crazy. Like no one's ever ended up with black eyes and cleared bank accounts and
Not
yada yada.
people.
No. But I think there's a world where it's like I'm so happy that we get to continue to be super close
Mhm.
and continue to pour into each other and continue to just like hear from each other and
Mhm.
share with each other and be besties. So yes, I'm grateful for you.
Well, thank you. That's that iron sharpening iron.
See,
Mhm.
because it ain't never given iron and wood.
No.
Because one becomes broken and one becomes dull.
My God.
And it's
That's
never
a lose-lose.
and it's never given broken and dull between us two. Just to make it clear,
Ain't no lose-lose.
ain't nobody over here broken and
It's
dull.
got to be a net positive.
And there you go. So thank y'all so much for watching. I'm super glad that we were able to do this today because this is the first episode of the Summer Vibes podcast. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. As I always say, every great thing in this world began with a dream. So go after your dreams for those that are after y'all. And I'll catch y'all later. Bye, y'all.